Okay guys, so just before this video starts, I just wanted to say something that's kind of funny. I have not slept for the past 2 nights. Yeah. I was watching Etika play a game that shares a very similar name with a 1980 something game that was reskinned as Super Mario Bros. 2 here in North America. If I watched someone else play that game, and I haven't slept very well for the past 2 nights, do not play it. It will screw you up, dude. Don't play it. That's all I wanted to say before the video starts. This is a Nintendo tier list video. This is just the camera angle for the intro, basically. So, yeah, let's get right into the video. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This is what? This is going to be a Nintendo console tier list video. This is something that I have never done before, and I'm very excited to do one of these tier list videos. I know that they were fairly popular last year. I guess I'm kind of late, but I haven't actually had like not a good laptop. I basically haven't had a laptop at all. So, yeah, let's just get right into it. We will be starting off chronologically. So, as you can see, there's the consoles and then the handhelds. So, I guess we'll just start out with the NES then, if we're going to go in chronological order. Turn this up just a little bit. Okay, so the NES. Lots of great games. All of the games are very outdated. They did not age very well at all. Besides like Mario 3, I feel like Mario 3 was, it was the best-selling game on the console. It also sold over 60 million units, so you have to give it credit. But I don't think it's worthy of even being a B tier. I mean, seriously. It's not that it isn't a good console, it's just that it's very outdated. Yeah. I just realized you can't see where I'm placing this. Hold on. Okay, now you can see where I just put the NES. Well, let me fix my whole pop filter. It's probably going... it's really not going in B tier. If I could make a separate category in between C and B, I would. However, I don't even think it's worthy of being in B tier. It's going to go in C tier for now. There's just really nothing that makes it above a C tier. Yeah, it was a good console. It just didn't age well. And also, a lot of people complained about the sharp edges on the controller. I have an NES Classic controller, but it just, yeah, the NES is just going in C tier. Okay, so next is the Game Boy. Where to put the Game Boy? It's probably gonna go in C. Just because, yeah, there wasn't color. That's just the technology. That is just the technology back then, you know. It had a great battery life. The battery life on this thing was insane. It was built like a brick, and it was very, very sturdy. Great library of games. Like Super Mario Land, Link's Awakening. Was it Link's Awakening? Yeah, it was Link's Awakening. But it's still gonna have to go in C tier just because B tier, I don't know. The Game Boy Color is above the Game Boy, but it's like not below, but it's not higher than A tier. So yeah. Game Boy is in C tier and the NES is in C tier. Now onto the Super NES. This is a legendary console. I mean, seriously, the games have aged well. Speaking of games, a great library of games. It's definitely not in B tier. I know that for a fact. God, I don't know, dude. I'm in between S and A right now. I don't know. I feel like it should be S. I feel like a lot of people would want me to put it in S. However, this is my opinion. It's gonna have to go at the very tippy top of A tier. Oh god, that hurts. Like, that really hurts. So yeah, don't unsubscribe. Still like the video. But without further ado, let's move on to the next console/handheld. I believe it's the Game Boy Color. When was this released? I don't even know when this was released. I think it was like... I want to say this was either before or after the N64. I can't remember. I'm sorry if I'm screwing this up. We're just going to go with the Game Boy Color first. I basically already said this. It's going in B tier. Why? Well, yeah, it could play all of the Game Boy games, but... And yes, it did have color, but it still wasn't backlit. And that was the problem. Plus, I don't know if it had as good of a battery life. I'm not sure about that. However, that is the oldest console that I have played for... Actually, no, it's not, but... sorry. This is the oldest handheld that I have played, is the Game Boy Color, at my dentist that I used to go to. So, yeah, I feel like it's very worthy of B tier, but not quite A tier. So, next is the N64, or maybe before, the Game Boy Color. Where to put this? Now, I have wanted an N64 for the longest time. And yeah, the hardware wasn't really up to par with something like the PlayStation. And yeah, I went with cartridges due to faster loading times and, you know, like, stuff like that. But the amount of good games on here, right? So, very lackluster library. I mean, when I say that, it didn't have a lot of games in general, really. However, the games that it did have oh my god, were great. I mean, they were very, very good games, like Star Fox 64, F-Zero 64, Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask. All great games. And as well as Banjo-Kazooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, games like that. But I don't think it's quite S tier. I mean, it had good games, just not enough games, I feel like. It's still gonna go above the Super Nintendo for me, just because I think that the games have obviously aged well more, I think, on the N64 than the SNES. However, you could disagree with me. Now, on to the... what is it? The Game Boy Advanced, right? Right, yeah. Yeah, the Game Boy Advanced. Ooh, yikes. So, I actually have a Game Boy Advanced. Hold on, let me try to find... You know what? I don't know where my Game Boy Advance is. Never mind, I found it. Now, I would say my favorite game on here is, wait, what's here right now? Oh, of course. Mario Kart Super Circuit. Of course. But I would say that my favorite games that I've played on there are probably Super Mario World, the remake, of course, Super Mario Bros. 3, and Mario Kart Super Circuit. Those are the games that I've played on here. As well as Tetris, this is what I used to play all of my Game Boy games on. So, you know. Now, this is a great handheld. It still wasn't backlit, unless if they mean to include the Game Boy Advance SP in here. I wouldn't see a reason to put it above the Super Nintendo, obviously. However, it is above the Game Boy Color. So, if something is not quite in a category, but it's above a certain item in the category that it's not above, I guess, if that makes sense, it would go ahead right here. So, like, yeah, it's better than this, but it's not better than the Super Nintendo. So, that is my reasoning for this video. Now, oh crap, I forgot about the Virtual Boy. This had so many good games on it, dude. In the red light, oh my god, dude. Headaches are my crap, dude. Definitely S tier. No, I'm joking. It's going in D tier. I mean, yeah, it's a great piece of gaming history, but it just sucked. I mean, it was a pretty bad console. I mean, the fact that you would get headaches 30 minutes after playing it said something. It's not a great console. Next is the Gamecube. Now, I actually do have the Gamecube right here. I don't think it's plugged in right now. It's actually my brother's. Here. I think it's plugged in. Yeah. Gamecube. Handle and all. As well as the memory card. Now, the Gamecube is an amazing console. I mean, honestly, it may go in S tier for me, just because the amount of third-party games that it did have were actually really, really good. Like Resident Evil, for example. That was my phone. I'm sorry about that. It also had amazing first-party titles as well, like the Mario parties, Super Mario Sunshine, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, and also Twilight Princess at the end of its life. It was a great console. I mean, seriously, and it still is a great console, and I feel like this is where retro is today, because I feel like the farther we go ahead in time, the more consoles will become retro. This is where we're at right now. This is where we're at for retro right now. Okay, first of all, the controller, the ergonomics on the controller are great. I mean, it melts with your hands. Like, I mean, if you know what a morning 2x4 is, you know, like that. My pop filter just came off. Sorry about that. I guess we're not using it. But, like, seriously, this is a great console. The controller just melts with your hands. It's got to go in S tier. Now, I don't have a lot of games for it. I have 3. Well, me and my brother have 3. We got Mario Kart Double Dash, Mario Golf, Toadstool Tour. I can't talk right now. I just got done with school and I had to talk a lot. As well as Super Mario Sunshine. I really, really want the original Wind Waker, even though I do have the Wind Waker HD. I think it would be very cool to build up my collection. So yeah, that's my reasoning for putting in the GameCube in S tier. Now, moving on to the next handheld on our list, the Nintendo DS Lite. DSi, DS Lite, I don't know. This isn't the original DS. I know that for sure. Because my cousin still has her pink one. I don't know which model this is. I'm pretty sure it's the DSi. I don't know. You have to, like, close it to see. Because I think this is the one where it added in a camera, and I think that was the DSi. Because the original DS really wasn't that great. I mean, okay, sorry. It was great. The games were great. I mean, it dominated the handheld market. It was basically the only thing on the handheld market before the PSP came along. And it almost surpassed the PS2 in sales. This sold around 150 million, something like that. It's insane. And then the PS2 sold like 155 million. So it came very close to passing the PS2, which I wish it did because, you know, screw PlayStation. But this is also going in S tier. I mean, it's such a good console. But, actually, hold on. Let me rethink this. Hold on. The graphics weren't as good as they could have been, I feel like. And plus, the hardware wasn't as good as the PSP's. So, I'm going to have to knock it down to the top of A tier. So, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to lose a couple subscribers after this video. Next is the Wii. You already know S tier, boys. Look, anyone who disagrees with me on this, you can unsubscribe from my channel. Okay, no, please don't. But the Wii, okay, look. Super Mario Galaxy 2, Super Mario Galaxy, Skyward Sword, Twilight Princess, Mario Party 8. I would say that's actually a fairly good game. Mario Party 9, you know. But, seriously, the amount of good games on this is insane. Plus the Wii Shop channel and all of the other channels makes this, in my opinion, the best console of all time. The best Nintendo console, rather. I mean, look, the Wii and the Gamecube prove that you don't need to have the best graphics or hardware to be fun to play. Those systems proved it. It's possible, guys. I know, it's weird. But, yeah, no. The Wii doesn't need a lot of explaining. It's a great, great console. Now moving on to the 3DS. Now, I already know where I'm going to place this. This is going to be a very controversial pick. Obviously, the hardware is better than the DS. The original DS. The graphics are upgraded. I would say, honestly, probably a better library of games because it had Fire Emblem on it. It continued all of the Mario and Zelda series, you know, all of the spin-off titles with Mario Kart 7, you know, stuff like that. Plus, this is also, honestly, this is probably just behind the Wii for most hours that I've played this game for. Well, not the game, but the system. This is also look at this. I've gone through like 2 DSs in my lifetime. My brother's gone through 3. But this is all 3DS games. Everything in here is 3DS games. I have like almost 40 3DS games, which I'm very proud of. So yeah, this is gonna be very controversial. It's not better than the GameCube. It pains me to say that. Honestly, it's probably on par with the GameCube, and just because I've played it for longer, I would put it above the GameCube in this category. However, just know that it is on par. We cool? Okay. Next is the Wii U. The frick? So, a lot of people actually still don't know what the Wii U is. It only sold about 13.6 million copies, compared to the PS4's like 102 million as of now, and the Xbox One's of like 40 million. Even compared to the Xbox One, this console flopped hard due to the marketing, and it was basically just advertised for kids. Why? I mean, seriously, it was just marketed towards kids, but it hit me, you know? It was marketed towards me, because when I got this, I was like 8 years old. So, this makes sense. But, I mean, the games that the Wii U did have, that the Wii U did have, great first-party games. Okay third-party, it lacked third-party support. I mean, it got Black Ops 2, like, a year or 2 after it was released, I think. Just, like, something like that. The Wii U is not going in B tier. No. Because it was Nintendo's first HD console. It was very, very cool with the gamepad. So, I would have to put it in A tier. It's not above any of these consoles, but it is an A tier because I freaking love the Wii U. I mean, like, honestly, I mean, I seem like a joke for actually liking the Wii U. So, without further ado, let's get on to the final console hybrid portable system on this tier list. Kabam! The Nintendo Switch. Yeah. Okay. S tier all the way. Now, why am I not putting it above the Wii? Well, I'm biased as all hell. So, I mean, you can't really blame me. I'm very biased towards the Wii. I'm sorry, it's my opinion, I'll have to put it there. However, the Switch is on par, if not like 1 point behind the Wii. The Switch is an amazing console. It's hybrid, it's 1080p, and I think it's some games at 60 frames per second. I think for some games, which is very, very good. The amount of third-party support on the Switch is insane. I actually just saw the new John Wick game trailer this morning. Looks very cool. So the third-party support and the third-party games, most of them, I mean, yeah, most of them are shovelware, but most of the third-party games that get recognized aren't shovelware. So they're very good games. And the amount of first-party games, they're very good. They are very, very good first-party games. But I don't think it's above the Wii. It's like barely below the Wii. So yeah, that is my Nintendo console tier list. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. This is probably going to be a later upload. However, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment if you did, and comment other tier list ideas. And if I already haven't said, like the video, please do. Helps out the channel a ton. And subscribe if you're new, because we're now on the road to 500 subscribers. I'm probably just going to skip 300 and 400 just because they're not very memorable. 500 is halfway to 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers is going to be like a New Year's party on my channel, okay? So make sure to subscribe if you're new. Stay tuned for Friday, that's in 2 days, where I'll be showing off my entire setup for 200 subscribers. Yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.